A wonderful day to everyone. Today, we'll discuss the updates on compliance monitoring and investigation for a one-year period from June 26, 2019 up to June 25, 2020. The Enforcement and Compliance Office is tasked to monitor compliance of the WCO members with the market rules and manuals and to provide investigative support to the PEM board.
We are pleased to report to you the results of the compliance monitoring and assessment activities of WCO.
It was noted, for 1 year beginning June 26, 2019 up to June 25, 2020, that 45% of the total intervals monitored were found to be compliant at the first instance. This means there are plants who are able to offer their full capacity, as registered in the WCO.
For the rest of the intervals, the WCO conducted some post-evaluation activities, and that includes assessment of the reasons or explanations provided by the trading participants, their supporting documents, and validation of records with that of the system operator or the market operator. And out of these intervals which have been evaluated by WCO, only 0.46% has been endorsed for investigation. And in terms of the number of intervals, that's a total of 9,485 intervals endorsed for investigation of non-compliance, with possible non-compliance with the must-offer rule, or the rule on the nomination of projected outputs or loading levels. Now, let's check the monitoring of the compliance with the RTD schedules. Alright. As you can see on the screen, around 56% of the total intervals covering one whole year, beginning June 26, 2019, had been found to be compliant. This means that during these times, the plants were dispatching in accordance with the RTD schedules, and the deviation, if any, is within the dispatch tolerance limit. Based on our records, out of the total 2 million intervals monitored for the whole year beginning June 26, 2019, only 3,123 intervals, which account for 0.15% of the total intervals, was endorsed for investigation for possible non-compliance with RTD schedules. That's good news for the market, in general. With the active participation of the trading participants, the WCO was able to identify and ascertain the justifiable reasons for the initially flagged non-compliances. And the four most common reasons for not being able to offer the full registered capacity in the market are the following. 1. Testing and commissioning. This means that the offers are not made in the market through the market participant interface of the market management system, as the plants are still on test and commissioning stage. Instead, these plants send their nominations directly to the system operator, pending the commercial operation of these plants. Second is the resource constraints on hydroelectric power plants. This includes capacity limitation due to water elevation and water code, or the rule curve restrictions. The third most common reason is the outage, either planned, unplanned, or forced outage. This restricts the trading participant to offer the capacity of the plants in the market. And the fourth one is the resource constraints on the solar plants. The non-submission of nomination in this case was due to the natural limitations, the expected non-generation during nighttime, specifically from 6 in the evening until 6 in the morning. Other justifications for the non-submission of offers, or offers at reduced capacity, include transmission lines related constraints, derating due to plant equipment related problems, plant operations related constraints, resource constraints on the plants like biomass, natural gas, and geothermal plants, among others. For the monitoring of the compliance with the RTD schedules, we also noted the four most common reasons for the non-compliance. And they are the following. 1. Ancillary services, either as contingency, regulating, or dispatchable reserves. This means that the deviation of the plant, for a particular interval, accounts for the amount of services that plant is asked to run as ancillary services, in accordance with the approved day-ahead ancillary services schedules. The second one pertains to the redispatch instructions of the system operator. This means that the plant is asked to dispatch at such megawatt capacity that is different from the dispatch schedule generated by the market management system. This may happen during system emergencies, or when there's a threat to system security, or an event of force majeure. As we know, the system operator is responsible for assuring the security and reliability of the grid, at all times, in compliance with the provisions of the system security and reliability guidelines. Other justifications include a happening of a sudden plant equipment trouble that restrict the output of the plant during such occurrence, or during the rectification activities to restore the plant to its normal condition.
The other most common reason for non-compliance with the RTD schedule is the load stabilization, or fluctuation encountered by the plant, thus resulting in a deviation. And this can happen during the startup, or shutdown process of the plants, or due to governor's response to system frequency. These fluctuations may also happen during a plant test activities. These are just a few of the justifications that ECHO noted, verified, and validated during the 1-year period. And what about those that have been endorsed for investigation? These are the intervals where no submissions or explanations have been provided, upon which an assessment can be made. Or, there were submissions, but the explanations, or the documentations were inadequate to justify the non-compliances. And in some intervals, the non-compliances were due to the error, inadvertence, or negligence of the trading participants. Alright. We now move on to the next part of ECHO updates. The investigation updates for the same period. That is, from June 26, 2019 to June 25, 2020. The ECHO was able to complete 175 cases. And these involve must-offer rule cases, rule on nomination of projected outputs or loading levels, and RTD cases. In terms of the number of intervals, the completed cases involved a total of 66,808 intervals. With a current manpower of ECHO, we aim to release monthly investigation reports, so that the Market Surveillance Committee may deliberate upon them. And the PEM Board, on a monthly basis also, can act upon them with or without penalties, as the case may be. The PEM Board acted on such investigation reports during the same period, as follows. With financial penalties on 3 trading participants. With reprimand on 6 trading participants. And it closed the investigation cases with no penalties involving 31 trading participants. Alright. We know that we have a lot of things to improve in our processes. ECHO has been devising ways to improve its services in terms of monitoring and reporting. The monitoring and investigation reports are now made available in the public website. So here's what you can see in the ECHO page of the website. Under the Market Governance page, you will see from the drop-down menu the Enforcement and Compliance. From there, you'll be able to see the Compliance Monitoring updates. This contains the daily results of the initial flagging for the previous day for Luzon and Visayas. In particular, you will see the initial, overall, results of the compliances, non-compliances, and the predetermined reasons for non-compliances, as well as the outage for the previous day. Please take note though, that the results are still subject to the post-evaluation of ECHO. You can also check the investigation case status in the website. This is published and updated monthly by the ECHO, pursuant to Section 10.8.6 of the Market Surveillance Enforcement and Compliance Manual. And this would show the number of completed and pending cases. You can also navigate the page to see the specific details relating to a particular trading participant. There's also a page where you can see the high compliance rating generators, in terms of their compliance with the must-offer rule, the rule on nomination, and with the RTD schedules. These are regularly updated to cover the ratings during the rainy season, the cool dry season, the hot dry season, and the annual rating for the period June 26th of the current year up to June 25th of the following year. Also, the ECHO devised ways to continue disseminating some compliance matters by way of refresher videos during these times, where face-to-face trainings are not possible due to COVID-19 situation. In the gallery page of the PEMC website, you will also find some training videos, which we hope to be useful for better understanding and appreciation of the compliance and enforcement activities in the WCO. ECHO holds conferences and meetings with the concerned trading participants, either online or face-to-face. In either case, ECHO publishes the schedule of these conferences in PEMC website, which you can find in the ECHO Advisories page. In the same page, you will also find the WCO compliance bulletins, which ECHO issues, from time to time, for the guidance and reference of the participants. ECHO is committed to improve ways and means to promote and foster compliance among WCO members. And we promise to continue to enhance our processes and procedures, just as you do to improve yours. And each of us, within this industry, can do our part towards having an effective governance. And we can all get a little bit better on this in every single step, every single day. That would be all for our updates on compliance monitoring and investigation. Thank you for listening once again, and have a nice day.